Souls-like games are defined by their unforgiving elegance, worlds steeped in mystery, danger, and quiet storytelling that unfolds through atmosphere rather than exposition. Every encounter is a test of patience and precision, turning combat into a calculated dance where even the smallest mistake can be costly. So today, I'll talk about the new upcoming Souls-like action RPGs coming out in 2026. Lords of the Fallen 2 is a third-person Souls-like action RPG, a kingdom fraying at its edges, ancient powers awakening, and a lone hero burdened with the impossible. All the while, the umbral darkness spreads like a tide that cannot be stopped. And perhaps it can't.
Within you, something ancient, powerful, hungry. So I ask you, will you harness this darkness within and deliver unto our so-called lords retribution? But should you fall, the world falls with you.
The Relic, the First Guardian, is an upcoming Souls-like action RPG inspired by Korean folklore, known for its challenging combat, semi-open world, and item-based progression system.
The children you meet at the camp, the merchants on the road. Everyone you'll meet carries a story of their own. Some have lost everything to the brutals. Others live each day in tears for their families, consumed by the void. Listen to their stories, help them find what they need. Because you were the first guardian.
Daba, Land of Water's Car is a Souls-like action RPG developed by Darkstar for the PlayStation 5 as part of the PlayStation China Hero Project. NiOh 3 is a third installment in a series of Souls-like action RPGs set in a fantasy version of feudal Japan. The biggest novelties introduced in NiOh 3 are the open world and two combat styles, Samurai and Ninja. We can use them during various encounters with the yokai. LuoYang is a single-player action game set in the Wuzhou period of the Tang Dynasty. Players play the role of an agent of the Heaven's Will Bureau, eliminating cult crises, exorcising demons, and maintaining the story of the peace of the capital LuoYang. Nazralath, The Fallen World is a story-driven dark fantasy action-adventure with RPG elements inspired by games like Planescape, Torment, and Dark Souls, but its gameplay focuses more on narrative, dialogue, and exploration rather than the challenging, combat-heavy style of SOULSLIKEs. Kaidan is a cinematic action game with Souls-like elements, featuring high-stakes combat, a nightmarish dark fantasy setting inspired by Japanese mythology, and a focus on survival and resource management.
Hunt down those that hide from me. So go now and slay Seeker. Lest you wash up again on my shores, your frail body shattered and broken.
Code Vein 2 is an action RPG designed as Souls-like, but it builds on the unique anime Souls-like formula established by the first game, adding new elements. Our main goal is to prevent the Revenants from turning into deadly monsters, saving the world in the process.
Our true objective is to save this world, our current world.
Need I remind you that tampering with history is strictly forbidden? It's time I faced my past. Let's go.
dues!
La Divina Commedia is a dark fantasy ARPG inspired by the famous masterpiece opera of Dante Alighieri. The procedural extraction dungeons generation systems ensures a unique and never repetitive experience. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. The journey to hell begins. Mortal Shell 2 is a standalone sequel action RPG with adrenaline-charged, high-stakes combat. Possess warrior shells, dethrone false gods, redeem a ravaged larger open world with more weapon types, and new mechanics.
Staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow, moving with the motion, following the light that sets me
Valor Mortis is a first-person action Souls-like from the creators of Ghost Runner. Rise from death as a former soldier of Napoleon's army. Wield supernatural powers, battle horrifying monsters, and unravel a conspiracy that threatens all of humanity.
This isn't war. This is damnation.
Shadows of the Lost is a mythological dark fantasy action RPG where the corrupting power of a shadow is wielded to defy twisted gods, navigating a grim world torn apart by betrayal, corruption, and shattered myths. The Night Wanderer is an action RPG that combines Souls-like and Metroidvania elements. It is based on the Lord of the Ice God and novel series and follows Vuko Drakanen, an elite soldier on a mission to a mysterious alien planet.
They said he emerged out of the night, riding on a horse as big as a dragon, his sword ablaze. They said he came out of the Fright Wastelands, shaped by depraved thoughts. A shadow followed him. A shadow who sang of war. They said he was the son of a vagrant god, who sired him with a mortal woman. They said he was forged by lightning. A lightning that woke up the slumbering princess. She was confined by the abyss. Her only hope, the ship carrying her beloved. Liz said she died, giving birth to fire and to the warrior. They were all wrong.
Beast of Reincarnation is an action RPG featuring demanding technical combat, an ominous world, and a dark, post-apocalyptic Japanese setting, all of which align with the characteristics of the Souls-like genre.
輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕む。西暦4026年、人類は滅亡を待つのみ。封じ子エマ、お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
Blackmeat Zhong is an upcoming action RPG by Game Science, the same studio behind Blackmeat Wukong. The game is anticipated to have similar Souls-like elements, but with potential adjustments for a more unique experience centered on the mythological figure Zhong.
Look at that belly of yours! Where's the mountain? Eh? You're falling flat losing again.
Drop that coswallop. Master will take us back, as long as we keep that mountain in her heart. Hey.
No scolding, no flogging, life spared. What risk going back? This ways, we've got food on our table and...
Witches of the New World is a third-person action horror game that is built in Unreal Engine 5. It features combat and a death mechanic characteristic of the Souls-like genre, set in a fantasy version of the 17th century Salem, where players take on the role of a witch finder.
The better angel is the man right there. The worst is buried the woman colored in hell. To win me some to hell. My female evil tempted my better angel from my side and would corrupt my saint to be a devil, wooing his purity with her foul pride. And whether that my angel returned, suspect I may yet, not directed, and be both from you both to each friend. I guess one angel in another hell in another. Yet this shall I ne'er know, but I leave it out till my bad angel find my good one.
Ballad of Antara is a Souls-like dark fantasy action RPG with elements like intricate level design, multiple playable characters, and a focus on boss battles. Yuangong Sword Awakening is an upcoming Souls-like game that blends intense melee combat with a dark fantasy world inspired by Chinese mythology.
啥子鬼东西啊？个龟儿子！哼！飞远自我！ 飞远自我！
A Beast World Apocalypse is a Souls-like action RPG focused on intricate combat, challenging enemies, and difficult boss fights, with a rewarding progression system. Mistfall Hunter is a third-person action RPG that combines elements of the Souls-like genre with multiplayer extraction gameplay. Set in a dark fantasy world where players fight monsters and each other for loot, with a strong emphasis on challenging combat and high-stakes PvPvE encounters. Covenant is a first-person dark fantasy combat game in which you play as a messenger sent from above, wield martial arts, sacred magic, and ancient weapons to explore a vast interconnected world.
Barely scratching the surface. This obsession of mine is fueling the furnace. I'm up all night and we in touch.
Blackblade Revenant is an action RPG set in a Forsaken kingdom where Eastern Dynasty meets dark sci-fi. Rise from the dead as the chosen Revenant, wield multiple forms and master brutally fast-paced deflection combat on your quest to defeat the immortal king of Annam.
Ended long ago. We just walk its bones. On the path to the silent faces, souls forget themselves. Nameless warriors die so that legends may live. Silence breaks and he awakens.
V.E.D.A, The Awakening of Souls is a Souls-like training game with V.E.D.A combat and exploration. The protagonist, awakened with no memory, undergoes combat training in a training simulator and uncovers hidden secrets. You too can enter the Souls-like genre. Don't hesitate.
சின்ன சேனலுக்கு எதாக இருந்தாலும் அது கொஞ்சம் ஆதரவு கொடுங்க. உங்கள் பொண்ணான கையை கொண்டு அந்த பெல்லில் தட்டிடுங்க. அவங்களுக்கு சப்ஸ்கிரைபர் 5-10 ஏறுனா அவங்க மனசு சந்தோஷப்படும். அவங்க வீடியோவும் பாருங்கள்.